Okay, we are going to measure current and voltage of an appliance using an AC line splitter, a current clamp, and a multimeter. This is a AC line splitter. It's between the wall receptacle, and in this case, it's a dehumidifier. I have an app right here that I could turn the dehumidifier on and off. And what we're gonna do is first start with voltage. We'll plug our probes into the red to the red for voltage, black to the common, and we'll set it to the AC power setting. We can then take our probes and put them into these little receptacles right here, and we could see that the power is 121.5 volts. We could also do this measure voltage while it's running as well to see if voltage drops. For current, we are going to remove the voltage leads, and we're going to use the current clamp. Plugs in black to black, red to red, and we're going to choose the milliamp setting. We are choosing that setting, and it's going to beep until I set the correct setting here. And we're choosing the milliamp setting because this current clamp, it does 1 milliamp for every amp. So if there is, say, 15 amps going through the cable, it'll give 15 milliamps out of these leads. So we're choosing this milliamp range. It does up to 400 milliamps, kind of says down there. So what we're gonna do, set it on the milliamp setting over here. We're gonna select the range to be the most appropriate. This does either 60 milliamps or 600 milliamps. In this case, we're never going to go above 60 milliamps or 60 amps through the cable unless something's very wrong. So we'll say 60 milliamps. We'll put it on the min-max setting, and we will put it over the loop that says 1x. This gives a direct one-to-one reading, and if you want it, we're measuring small currents, you might put it on the times 10. Instead of giving, say, 1 amp, it would say 10 amps. It would give a higher reading for small amperages or very small currents. And now that everything is set up and plugged in, I will turn on the dehumidifier with this app. And currently it's measuring the current, that's the current going through right now. We're only at 0.5 amps, or 0.5 milliamps, which means 0.5 amps over here. And then once the compressor kicks on, we'll see a big surge. And this is recording until I hold the min-max setting and turn that off. So we just had a spike right there. I could hear the compressor is running, and now we could see 4.6 milliamps. 4.6 milliamps means 4.6 amps actually going into the dehumidifier. And then if I turn everything back off again, you could see the current drops again. If we want to see what the maximum was during that recording, we press the min-max button. You'll see the max there. There is a spike of up to 19.72 amps for a very short period of time when the compressor kicked on. Minimum was 0.2 amps because I started when the compressor was not running and everything was turned off. And then here's an average if everything was still running. And then we could cycle through and we could go back to our current reading right now and our max, and we could see those values. And that's how you measure the voltage and the current using a line splitter and a current clamp.